Here's a list of jobs that men should not do, especially grown-ass men, okay? For one...
Okay, before she even starts this remarkable list, let's add some context. Today, if you can't tell by the title, if you can't tell by the thumbnail, we're taking moral advice from a stripper. Now, me personally, in my personal life, people who practice in adultery, I don't think that they're really worthy enough to give somebody like me advice. That's just my personal opinion. To be honest, I don't think anybody that does adultery should give anybody advice. I think that's a very solid opinion. But today, we're going to be listening to the morally sound advice from a stripper. Let's see how good this goes. I'm not here to derail anything, but if I have to, I will.
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. Matter of fact, any fast food restaurant, if you think that you're a grown-ass man working in a fast food restaurant is okay, something is wrong with you, all right? Leave those jobs to the teenagers. My nephew can't even get a job right now because there's some grown-ass man in his goddamn 40s flipping my goddamn burger. Okay? Let it go. Leave it alone. That job is not for you. Anything in retail, okay? I don't want to see no grown-ass man handing me a dress, okay? Why are you a grown-ass man working at Ross? That makes absolutely no sense, okay? Target, Marshalls, like, guys, give it up. Leave these jobs to the kids. Leave these jobs to the teenagers. These are jobs you get in high school, in college. But once you're a grown-ass man, you do not need to be working in any fast food restaurant or any retail restaurant.
Okay, now we're kind of walking the line of if I can't work in fast food or retail, where exactly? My whole thing about people like this is like, we keep moving the bar of what's acceptable and not acceptable for people. At first, it was if you don't have a job, you're a bum. Now, if you're working fast food restaurant, that's not good enough. I'm trying to make a living at Walmart, Target, or Foot Locker. That's still not good enough. So now we're about to reach a line where like there's like the factory workers and stuff, I guess manual labor, or I guess some form of government work that you can go to. But after that, it's like you're either going to college or be a bust. And these are the same type of people that tell you you don't got to go to college. She don't believe in college. She's a stripper. Entrepreneurship. We're the line. We can't keep moving the line, man. We can't.
Restaurant. And for you high value men that think that it's high value to work for the city, let me tell you something. You're absolutely wrong, all right? No police officers, no firefighters, no construction workers, no mailmen, no post office. If you consider that a high value man, you're absolutely wrong.
I think you're just fucked up. I don't know who she thinks she is, but you probably wouldn't be alive if these things didn't exist. Like, people should just break into her house, and since police aren't a high value and you're basically degrading what they are, you may as well just let her die. When your house is burning on fire and you're crying on the 9th floor of your dingy apartment and no one comes to save you, they were low value. You're degrading them. Remember that. I think that this is getting to a point where, like, what do you want? You want people to strip? And I don't know, there's another conversation I feel like needed to be had last year, but I was trying to leave it there, but it's going to keep popping up because for some reason, this generation of people are just crazy. What's up with this high value? I don't like this word high value. I don't think your value should be determined on how much you make. I think to a degree it matters. I'm not saying anybody should date a bum, someone that's working at McDonald's and you're 35 and you're not even a manager. I'm not saying that that's valid, but what I am saying is, shouldn't personality matter at all? Why is what gets you in the door not your personality? Why is it your money? What are we saying? And again, where am I supposed to work? I can't be a mayor, a senator. I can't be a mailman. I can't work in a factory. I can't do fast food. I can't do retail. What do you want people to do?
Hey, there's nothing high value about making $70,000 a year. You men that think working for the city is high value, it's actually not, okay? It's pathetic. It's sad, all right? I don't want my husband coming home smelling.
And being a stripper isn't. You went to school potentially for about 12 to 13 years of your life, and what you came out of it was to be a stripper. That's not sad. Ending up being a mailman or making 70 bands a year is sad, but your parents raised you for 18 years. You had the help and assistance from teachers, parents, etc. And the best you could be is a stripper, and that's not sad?
Smelling like trash. Yes, we do need people to take the trash out, but don't come to me thinking that that's a high value job. Absolutely not, okay? You guys need to go get some real careers, okay? Become an entrepreneur or something, all right? Own a Lamborghini or something. Like, you guys think...
She's an idiot. That's what I got from this. She's just stupid. Own a Lamborghini, be an entrepreneur. You know, here's my whole other thing with this whole high value man shit. What woman is compatible for a high value man? Do they just have to be a housewife? Is that the terminology and logic we're going through? Because if so, what are you giving a high value man? Why would he want to date a stripper? Somebody need to make this shit make sense, man. It sounds like this is coming from the wrong messenger and it's being delivered the worst way possible. You got to be an entrepreneur. I don't even think stripping is entrepreneurship. I just think it's a form of prostitution.
Thinking that you driving around here in a fucking Toyota and thinking that you're a high value man because you work for the fucking post office. You're absolutely wrong. Stop it. All right. You're low value. All right. And if you want a high value woman like me,
you're a stripper. Where's the high value in? We don't say cars are high value when they have 200,000 miles on it. And I'm not saying that to be misogynistic at all. I'm just using the logic that she's presenting. If we're going to sit here and base a man off of how much he makes and that makes him high value or not, why can't I base what you do for a living and your past experiences to say what your worth is? I don't even believe in any of this logic. I'm still trying to wonder what makes her high value. These whole conversations, like this whole thought process, doesn't make sense to me. And this right here is why I'm happy I've been in a relationship for most of my life with the same person. Because this shit is stupid. If I was single and I had to deal with shit like this, it's stupid. Do you know how many men you're putting down and basically saying they're worthless because they're not making a certain amount of money? Like $70,000 isn't more than what most people make. That's way above average, at least for Ohio where I live. And shit, I want to say most of the U.S. at that. Most people this day and age is not going to college, especially of your skin tone and your skin color. You're putting down your own people.
Would you accept Cheesecake Factory for a first date?
Hell the fuck no. I would not accept Cheesecake Factory as a first date.
The whole idea that someone is supposed to spend hundreds of dollars on a first date is the stupidest shit in the world to me. It's stupid. And I'm not even going to get into the whole debate, are they going to give it up on the first night if I do spend that much money? Because that's prostitution. And that's, you don't go on dates. You don't take a prostitute to a date. What I am going to say, though, is if this is my first encounter with you in person, why the fuck would I spend a band on you? Why would I spend $500 on you? That just seems like a poor investment. You can't say on one hand that you want people to be an entrepreneur and that takes spending money to make money. I'm not about to spend money on somebody just to never speak to them again.
Why not?
Do I look like a Cheesecake Factory type of bitch?
Yes. Look at where you're at, bro. I don't get this shit, man. I don't. I want to know what makes these people feel like they're valuable or like they're on some morally high ground. Bro, you're not, or even if you are making a bunch of money, you threw every single moral you had away for it. What you're doing doesn't take any skill. It doesn't take any knowledge. All it takes is a cheap ass surgery and learning how to dance on a pole. What are we saying? Man, hey, what this generation, or what these type of women prioritize as high value, it worries me. Because it makes me think, what do you think about yourself? When you look in the mirror, or like when you have kids and you have to tell them what you did for a living, and I think that's something that a lot of people aren't considering. You're going to have to tell your kids this one day. One day your kids are going to say, Mommy, what did you do with your upbringing? What did you do in your early 20s? I danced on a pole. What are we saying right now? Hoes, y'all shouldn't even be going on dates if we're keeping it 1,000. I feel like if you're dating a stripper, some shit got to be said. Like you, like the nigga in the last video, your morals or your self-respect is gone. It's gone. It's not possible to have self-respect and date a stripper in the same sense.
Okay? I make $1,000 every night. Why the fuck would you take me to a $50 ass restaurant? That's crazy.
Cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap.
Go be cheap with a cheap bitch. Go be cheap with a cheap
And that's
bitch.
what I'm trying to say. Like,
know your level. Know your levels. You want a Cheesecake Factory type of bitch, you go to Circle K.
Y'all aren't even worth Cheesecake Factory, bro. You're shaking ass for money. The morals, like the moral high ground is what's really getting me here. Not just that. What makes you think that somebody that actually has hundreds of thousands of dollars would want to take you on a date? Like, thinking objectively about all of this, if somebody's making $1 million a year, we can say a basketball player, they're not taking you on a date. They're flying you out, they're hitting, and then you're gone. People like you don't get to date.
You go to Walmart. You don't come find a stripper and take her to fucking Cheesecake Factory, baby.
thank you. They be trying to lay me out in the comments. They like, oh, bitch, you a stripper.
I think the moral of the story today is don't date strippers. And women that think like this, you're never going to get married. That's just the truth. You're not going to get married until you come to the realization that your value doesn't come from money and value doesn't come from body types or even how you look. It comes from who you are as a person. And that's really just it. I love y'all more than I love myself. I need you to hit that subscribe button for me, because why not? I'm out. Peace.